Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show with unvarnished truths and highly polished lies. On Mack's team tonight, one of Wales's most popular entertainers has the pleasure of introducing this man. It's comedian Rhod Gilbert. And a newsreader who says she would love to host a fun, intelligent entertainment show. That makes two of us. It's Victoria Derbyshire. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, an award-winning comedian who started out as a researcher on this show. And now she's a guest, she's finally allowed to make eye contact with me. It's Rosie Jones. And a comedian who once visited the Norfolk Bee Roads for a holiday Sorry, I've misread that. It was the Norfolk Broads. It's Jamali Maddix. Yeah? We begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Rhod is first up tonight.
I once had to share flip-flops with a friend after losing one of mine on a hike.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether I lost a flip-flop or a friend.
David's team.
How did that work? What was the system?
Where were you?
We were in Thailand, going to a full moon party, David.
That's not hiking then, is it?
Yeah.
They don't hike to a full moon party. I've been to the full moon party. There was no hiking involved.
Yeah. You probably got the bus there, did you?
I did get the bus there. That's a good point.
That's why.
What's a full moon party? Everyone else seems to know.
Well, let's start with a party first. Do you know what that is?
Yes, it's a group of individuals of the same political persuasion, and in totalitarian circumstances, it can become dominant.
There's a certain island in Thailand where every month they have a full moon. The full moon is out and there's a big party on the beach. So we thought we'll go to that. We'll have a bit of that. Me and my friend.
Yeah.
We thought we'd go round the headland. It's only about an hour, they said, to walk around the headland. But we set off in flip-flops. Mm-hmm. Bad idea.
What time of day?
Oh, midday, probably.
Midday?
Yeah.
But it's a full moon party.
Yeah.
And
You've got to get there early, David.
You're planning to get there at lunchtime and then just wait for dusk.
We thought we'd have a bit of lunch. We'll make a day of it.
Rhod, jump to the moment now where
Right.
you have to share the flip-flops.
Right, so two of us, two flip-flops each. 4 flip-flops, 2 people. That went on really well for about an hour until I lost a flip-flop.
How?
Yeah. Leapt across a rock, waves crashing below, hot, jaggedy rocks, and flip-flop fell in the water. Gone. 3 flip-flops, 2 people. Carried on like that for an hour. My friend going on a few metres in 2 flip-flops, then throwing a flip-flop back to me. I put his flip-flop on with my other flip-flop, and I caught him up. That went on for quite a while, that system.
I'm not clear on that system.
Here it is. This is me, this is him.
Yeah.
He goes forward in his 2 flip-flops.
Yes.
Throws a flip-flop back to me.
Yeah.
I put his flip-flop on, and I catch him up.
This is the exact chat they have in the Welsh football dressing room.
So, that system went on well for a while.
Yeah.
Until he throws the flip-flop. I fumble the catch and lose the next flip-flop. Now we're 2 flip-flops, 2 people. So he goes on a few metres in his 2 flip-flops. I wait in bare feet. He throws both flip-flops back to me, and then I catch him up. That goes on quite well for about an hour. Until you never guess what happens. He throws the flip-flop back to me. I fumble it, down it goes. Now we're on 1 flip-flop, 2 people. And then you'll never guess what happened next. What? A Dutch bloke came round with 2 shoes on. We then tell him the system that's been going on. He said, well, we won't continue with that. We'll all take 1 shoe each. And we hopped.
Did you make it to the party?
We made it to the beach where the party was.
Yes.
And then we thought, we don't fancy it now.
No.
How did you get back?
Bus. We took the bus that Jamali had took.
A bus.
But what they did was one person got on the bus, the other one walked ahead, then the bus overtook them and he got off the bus and he got on.
Yeah.
What do you think? Rosie, what do you think? Does it strike you as true?
Well, the whole story, Rhod comes across as an idiot, so, yeah, true.
What do you think?
I think it's lies.
Why?
Because this Dutch guy just came from nowhere.
Yeah.
And
No, he came
then-
from Holland.
Maybe that's why it's a lie, because if it was a real Dutch guy, he would be wearing clogs.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What's it going to be, David?
Do I think it's true?
Ask yourself that.
Yes, I do.
Rhod, was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
It's true. Rhod did share flip-flops with his friend. Rosie, you're next.
Ooh! Exciting.
I wish everyone was as excited about being on the show as Rosie.
Last month, I got a tattoo of Lee Mack. Just so I could mention it on the show.
Where is the tattoo?
It's just my shoulder.
Was it your first tattoo?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
my second.
What's the first one?
She's got Rob and David on each boot.
So when you went into the tattoo parlour and said, please can I have a tattoo of Lee Mack,
Yeah.
what was the reaction from the tattooist?
She just laughed.
Did she know who Lee was?
Yeah.
Sorry, Victoria, did you just ask that?
But why Lee? I
Yeah.
mean, look at David.
Exactly.
Can I ask how much it cost?
300 quid.
300 quid? Is that all?
Yeah.
300 quid for my face? I'd have happily put some ink on my face and run into your back for that price.
Are you going to turn it into something else?
No,
later?
she's happy with Lee Mack, thank you very much.
No.
Oh, so you are keeping the Lee Mack tattoo?
Yeah.
You're not lasering it off?
Lee, I really like you.
Listen, it's very nice of you to say, but you did open up by saying I only did it because I had something to say on the show. But thank you, that's nice. I like you, but I'm not committing it to ink. I haven't got any tattoos on my body. David, from the neck down, is covered in them.
Yeah. Mainly former prime ministers, though.
So what are you thinking, Victoria?
I don't think she'd want a tattoo of Lee Mack. I don't think anyone... I mean... I don't think anyone would go that far. Offence.
I disagree. The bit I know about Rosie, I'm not saying she would do me, but I can imagine her just doing it for a laugh. Me, unusual choice. I
I think
admit.
that's it. That's the bottom line, isn't it? I've got one of just literally a raw potato that I don't think is as weird as having one of you. In fact, I was offered you in the tattoo shop, and I said, no, I'll have a potato.
What do we think, truth or lie?
Obviously, I want it to be true.
Can't believe your ego is letting you even think about this for a second.
You know, I'm a good-looking lad, and I don't know.
Lee, it's not true, mate.
I think it might be. OK, it's obviously a lie, but I wish it was true. But do you know what, Rosie? Thanks for even thinking of it.
You're going to say it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK, Rosie, was it a lie or was it, in fact, true?
Oh, my God.
It is actually...
It's going to be true.
A lie.
Yes. Thank goodness it's a lie. Rosie didn't get a tattoo of Lee Mack.
It's not a bad idea, though.
Oh, it's the worst idea in the world. Why would I do that?
I am sat here. Well, do you know what, Rosie? Do you know what I do when I leave this studio? I get your face removed from my back.
Right, Jamali, you're next.
I once broke Bob Marley's toilet.
These two.
Wow.
When was this?
This was in the 90s, because must have been about 8.
When did Bob Marley pass away?
Bob Marley passed away in the 80s, but I mean, I just broke his toilet. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I'm not accusing you of anything.
Yeah.
Where is Bob Marley's toilet?
In Jamaica.
So is his house like a museum now?
Yeah.
You can go around and look around like Graceland.
Yeah, yeah, you can have
You
a
can
little
go
look
around the museum and you can use the toilet.
Well, see, that's the... OK, so this is his private toilet.
So it's not for use by...
No, I wasn't meant to be in there.
Right.
I need to go toilet badly,
What,
and the
was
other toilet was real far away, and I'm drinking like a big bottle of water the whole way.
Yeah.
And I'm being really annoying to the tour guide.
Deliberately?
No, just because I was this annoying kid, innit? So, like...
Thank God you grew out of that.
Yeah. So as I'm talking and talking, my mum's telling me to shut up, and the tour guide's like, no, he's the future, let him speak. And I kept on asking questions, and then by the end
What
of it,
kind
he
of
was
questions were you asking?
I was just like, what's that? Who's that? Where's Bob? You know what I mean?
Are you sure you weren't playing Guess Who?
By the end of it, he was like, this kid needs to shut up.
Right.
And then I was like, I need to go toilet badly, And I've rushed in, and it's sort of been slippery on the floor. And I was like a real fat kid as well. And I've just gone in, I've hit the toilet, and it's sort of just come off.
What, the Lucy?
Yeah, not the Lucy, the actual toilet for it.
The pedestal.
Yeah, the actual
the
pedestal.
porcelain bit.
Yeah,
The
the
actual
porcelain.
porcelain
The
comes-
porcelains, yeah, it's like shifted round.
Wow.
And as I've tried to get up and I'm slipping and I'm panicking, I've pushed it more and I've broke Bob Marley's toilet.
When he opened the door and you were there in a pool on the floor
Yeah.
with a broken toilet, did he still think you were the future?
No, he was so mad.
Really?
Like, I've never seen a Rasta man not be that chill.
So you're lying on the floor. What did you do next? Did you get up, stand up?
Hey, that was good.
I'm quoting a Bob Marley song for comic effect.
Has anyone been to Jamaica?
What's that got to do with it?
Well, because I would want to know if there's a Bob Marley house that you can walk around.
Oh, probably.
Oh, well, that'll do then. Thanks for the evidence.
I think it's true, you know.
What do you think, Victoria?
True.
True.
Yeah, I've gone against myself.
OK, I'll say it's true.
You're going to say it's true? OK. Jamali, truth or lie?
It is true.
Yay!
It's true, Jamali really did break Bob Marley's toilet. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please, welcome this week's special guest, Pam. So, Victoria, what is Pam to you?
This is Pam. She once returned my missing cat, only for my actual cat to turn up 2 days later.
Right, Victoria's pet pal, Rhod. How do you know Pam?
This is Pam. I once had to say sorry to her for throwing my welly at her owls.
Rhod's owl owner. And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Pam?
This is Pam. She once walked into her hotel room to find me in her bath.
So there we have it. David's team, where to begin?
So, Victoria, so you had lost your cat.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what did the cat look like?
Black.
Just black all over.
Correct.
And how long had the cat been missing?
Maybe 2 or 3 days.
Right. And had you done anything about the cat being missing? Yeah.
We'd put flyers up on bus stops, lampposts, newsagent's window.
Yeah. Name of the cat?
Romeo.
Romeo. And so...
Did you put underneath wherefore art thou?
No, but I should have done.
Except, of course, that means why are you?
Yes,
Not
good
where.
point, David. I realise he didn't realise that.
No.
Yeah, I love working with you, David.
Yeah.
Such fun.
If it's any consolation, Lee, and I know it will be, I welled up with self-loathing even as I said it. But I couldn't not say it.
Well,
So,
that's fair enough.
This is one of the many things I'm dealing with.
OK. Well, can you hurry up and get it sorted out?
That's what my therapist says at every session. So soon after the, as it were, the flyering campaign, Pam turned up.
Yep.
And did you know Pam before?
Vaguely.
How did you know her?
Because she's the landlady of my local pub.
Right. Which was...
And she says vaguely. You mean very well, Victoria.
So when she brought the fake Romeo back, did you know it wasn't your cat?
No. I thought it was Romeo. We were completely happy to have him back. He he looked a bit thinner.
A bit more black and whitey.
A bit more doggy.
But then when the real Romeo came back...
So there was meowing at the back door two days-ish after that, and opened the back door, and there was Romeo. So then I thought, oh, my God, I've got to go back to Pam.
Yeah.
To say, whose is this cat? Because he's not mine.
Yeah.
So we decided that we should take it to the Battersea Cats and Dogs Home, which we did.
Do people go to Battersea Cats Home and go, we've lost our cat?
Yeah, you ring up.
It's not a good sister. You ring up, you go, my cat's gone missing. What does it look like? It's black. I'll go and have a look. Yeah, we found it.
Do you know if the original owner was ever reunited with fake Romeo?
I do, because I rang about 7 days later to find out what had happened, and fake Romeo had been reunited with his owner.
That's a lovely end to the story.
Was Pam the real owner? Was it that like the twist in the story?
Who would you like to quiz next?
Rhod.
Just remind us, Rhod, of your statement, please.
This is Pam, and I once had to say sorry to her for throwing my welly at her owls.
Rhod,
Yeah.
were you sharing your welly with your friend?
Well, yes. I was in a way, because I say my welly, it was my welly for the duration of the welly throwing.
Yeah. Nice.
Why was Pam's owl attending the welly throwing contest?
The welly throwing contest
Yes.
was at a little fete, a festival, it was at a wedding. It was a wedding. And the wedding people decided to have like a fete, a festival, a little carnival to entertain people in the day before the wedding.
Yeah, but why is that part of the festival? Just a woman was standing with owls?
I mean, it's a good question. Pamela Owls were at the wedding.
Are you saying Pamela Owls or Pam and her owls?
There's Pam and her owls. Yes. There's welly throwing, there's food stalls, there's coconut shies, there's other things going on.
OK, so it's at the Pam and her owls section. What's the activity? Just a good old look at an owl.
There's a little gazebo, and then there's owls on, like, podiums that you can go up and read about, and you can ask Pam about her owl.
So these aren't models of owls, these are live owls.
Oh, they're live owls.
Did you say, are they live?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the idea of someone coming along with owls sounds very dull.
Yeah.
But for Pam and her owls, and they're just little cement owls, would be... Right, thanks, Pam. I'm just going to go to the food stall.
Pam's got a show with her dead owls. Pam and her dead owls to the right.
Do the owls do anything? Or do they just sit there?
They just sit there.
Do they sit there and observe the people reading about them?
Pam assured me they were alive.
But if they were in the gazebo, when you threw the welly, how did it hit the owls?
Shall I show you what happened?
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Right. There's two techniques with welly throwing. You've got the basic swing, like that. Or, you'll know this, Rob, you've got the hammer.
Of course, yes.
Right? I swung like that, left go a little bit too late.
Oh.
On an angle. Here's Pam and her owls, two owls on plinths.
Yeah.
I leave go of the welly. It goes straight into their gazebo. This is how I knew they were alive. It went straight through the middle of them, and the two of them went like that.
Right. So the owls weren't hit or hurt?
Thankfully.
But they might have cricked their necks.
Because I don't think Pam would be standing like that if I'd killed them.
All right, now then, what about Lee? Just remind us.
This is Pam. She once walked into a hotel room to find me in her bath.
So why were you in her bath?
Because I was in the wrong room.
How did you end up in the wrong room?
I ended up in the wrong room because I locked myself out.
So you thought you'd just pick anyone?
No, I went down to reception and told them this. I said, I've locked myself out. And they said, oh, what?
So just go in Pam's room.
They said, don't worry, she's at a wedding with her owls, you'll be all right for an hour. They said, what room are you in? Gave them the room number. Didn't realise I'd got the room number wrong.
Ah.
Yeah, but you've gone in the room.
Correct.
Haven't you noticed that that your suitcase is not there. And
No,
then you
because
and you just went straight in the bathroom like a nutter.
No.
You just went straight...
I had checked into the hotel a few hours earlier. I was very late for a show I was doing. I put my suitcase just next to the bed and ran straight to the show.
You go in the room.
Yeah.
You go immediately into the bathroom. You haven't gone into the main bit of the room
Correct.
in a way which would be, there's no doubt, more normal.
Have you ever needed the toilet desperately?
Yeah, but you went to the bath, not the toilet.
Hey, I'm from up north. I can double up.
Yeah. So you're naked, you're in the bath.
Yeah?
Pam walks in.
Yeah.
What happened?
I got my headphones on. I'm chilling out to a bit of whatever. And then I think I hear a click, if I'm going to be honest. At the time, I'm thinking...
And it's Pam cocking a gun.
Anyway, I'm lying there and she comes in.
Right. This must have been a very upsetting moment
Well,
for both of you, but particularly for her.
No,
How did she
particularly
react?
for me. Particularly for me.
No, sir, not for you. For you, the company was a plus.
No.
For her,
No.
how did she react?
No. I, as far as I'm concerned, I'm in my own bath. Who's going to be the most upset at that point?
Were you exposed in the bath?
Oh, no, I put bubble bath in because even I can't stand the sight of it.
So what happened then?
She stepped out. At this point, she's on the phone now to reception, saying, there's a man in my bath. So I went round the corner to have it out with Pam. I see female clothes strewn everywhere, and I don't like being in the wrong, so I just went, well, somebody's very untidy. and I left. She wasn't happy until I turned at the last moment. I said, just as the door was closing, I just put my foot in like that and wedged it. I went, would you like to come on Would I Lie to You?
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team, is Pam Victoria's pet pal, Rhod's owl owner, or Lee's bemused bather?
I think Victoria, because Pam looks like a pub owner. She looks like she could handle a tap.
Yeah.
She could that night.
What do you think?
I think it's Victoria.
Also, I don't believe a single word Lee or Rhod says.
Well, that would be a good reason to go for Victoria. Yeah.
You don't believe the bit about me even having a bath?
No, look at you.
I'm going Victoria.
You still think Victoria?
I do.
I'm very worried about this. I think it might be Rhod, but we're going to go for Victoria.
You're going to say it's Victoria?
Yeah.
OK. Pam, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Pam, and Rhod threw a Wellington boot at my house.
Yes, Pam is Rhod's owl owner. Thank you very much, Pam. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, and we start with... It's Victoria.
I once came to blows with someone over the correct way to pronounce the word scone.
You mean scone?
Scone.
OK. David?
I think you've got to the root of the issue
Yes,
there.
yes.
You came to blows, did you say? What happened?
Jane, at school, asked us all how we pronounced the word scone.
How old were you?
I was 14.
14.
And why was you debating scones?
Was this not an issue at your school, Jamali?
No, I think we grew up differently.
So define come to blows.
I pushed Helen Webster against the lockers.
What about Jane? What about Jane?
Jane had said, how do you pronounce scone?
Yeah.
And I said, scone.
And then bloomin' Helen Webster.
And then Helen said, oh, if you pronounce it like that, you're a snob.
Or a snob?
Or a snob. So how do you pronounce it, David?
I would pronounce it scone, and I think the reason I pronounce it scone is because I'm a snob.
I think scone sounds less snobbish. There's something about scone.
I think scone is quite... Like, I'm having
Scone.
scone.
I'm having a scone.
I'm having a scone, innit?
Scone is common as Mack. What do you say?
I say whopper.
I think eating scones is kind of snobby in itself.
Yeah, I'm not saying I ever ate them.
Honestly, this is the first time I've ever even heard of a scone.
Are you joking me?
No, I was saying it for comical effect. I haven't.
Oh,
I have seen scones. And they're very nice with a bit of cream and jam.
So what do you think? Is she telling the truth about this?
It is an area where, you know, that pronunciation is linked to people's views on class.
I find the way you pronounce class quite posh.
Yeah. Well, I am famously exceptionally posh. I mean, I'm like the poshest person on earth. That's my whole shtick. I eat nothing but pheasant. You know,
And when he says pheasant, he means a peasant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yet you say scone, like us.
Yeah, because I hate to tell you, that is the posher way of saying it.
But you say it's the posher way. I'd say 99.9% of people say scone, like me.
No, they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
Fight.
Give us a cheer if you say scone. Give us a cheer if you don't know how to pronounce it properly. So there you go. I might have slightly
I think
prompted
you
the witness.
skewed that survey.
Slightly.
So, what do you think? Is she telling the truth?
Well, what do you think?
How masterful of you.
Thank you. Masterful.
Oh, he's just... I want to push him against a locker. And when I say locker, I mean bed and nails.
When you say bed and nails, you mean bed.
Do you think it's true?
So I really like Victoria, but I think deep down within her there is a thug. I'm saying true.
Jamali.
What do you think?
Do you know what? Like, in my mind, I don't think people at private school fight like that. Like, that seems like something that happened in my school, like push up against the locker. I expect more of like a glove slap and a duel. But I'm going to say it's true. I think Victoria would be raging over scones.
What's it going to be, David?
I think we think it's true.
OK, Victoria, it was a harrowing tale. Is it true or is it a lie?
It is true.
It's true, Victoria did come to blows over how to pronounce scone. Oh, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that Lee's team has won by 3 points to 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.